the air onto the A bomb site on Cash, and he ran into the site and defused while everyone was still alive in sight. They didn't even know he was there. Summit dropped off of Red Box just in time to watch him finish the defuse, and they lost 16-14 because of that defuse. To this day, one of the craziest plays I've ever seen.
And since that day, Valens is coached.
Exactly.
Can't top that one.
Yep.
Well, SoaR Gaming looking like they want to head towards the B site with a two-man fake A. Now they throw smokes to push through them and get in towards jungle and then head to B. But both players get caught. Now these players at B are forced to come out. And will they clear Tarek out? Are they going to check? No. Grim is gone, but the bomb gets planted. Tarek will fall. But look how quick pace this is. As Rush is just going to jump out window like he doesn't care. And it's all on Xseed. Gets the first, but he has two more to find.
Xseed's absolutely nuts, and it's the player you really want in this situation, but let's be fair, the two left alive for Cloud9, equally as insane. Automatic's going to get the 3K. Stewie's one of the few players that walks out of the round for Cloud9 without picking up a single kill. But it is Cloud9 picking up the pistol on their comfort pick of Mirage. So SoaR Gaming's attempt to try and, kind of fool with Cloud9's defense doesn't really go their way.
Was I tripping out, or did it look like Automatic spawned in mid for a second there?
I think you were just tripping out.
Okay, that must be on my end, because when he spawned in, he was looking at mid. He was in mid. Alright. It's too early to be tripping. SoaR game. Snakes, double hop, but doesn't go anywhere. As it's upgraded pistols for SoaR, and they're just going to simply run out mid. Skadoodle with his scout. I think he's not going to care. He's going to re-peek this, probably. As there's 4 members of SoaR Gaming behind top box, hoping someone peeks. Skadoodle finds Snakes, and now they know the gig's up. It's a lot more top mid than Skadoodle expected. But he has support from Automatic, and they won't be challenged. It looks like SoaR Gaming are willing to just reset this one out.
Yeah, they're going to head back. Whatever the plan was, they've decided to ditch it, at least for the time being. So they're going to group back up on the outside of TV room. They've got the bomb still, so that's good. It didn't, fall back behind the boxes. Another smoke going down. That should be for the... Where is that going? So, catwalk. I thought that was going connector. I'm not sure if it was supposed to. I'm kind of concerned that may have been the case. I don't know. Either way, the smoke lands where it does. And we've got SoaR Gaming now kind of split across both apartments and catwalk. That smoke on cat will help them get up, but they're not prepared for the player that's already in apartments. It's Tarek who takes down one. MCE and Grim combine on to Automatic, so they have gotten access to catwalk. They're pushing their way up. There's one Edward. That'll be Grim who takes down Tarek. And now the bomb site's been lost. It's actually Grim to find another. And all of a sudden, it's down to a 2-on-2. The bomb still not planted. It's actually stuck out in no man's land. Rush is trying to watch it. He gets picked off by the CZ. It's all up to Stewie coming up from catwalk. Grim, who's got himself an M4, going to eat that nade down to 44. Stewie does have a decent gun for this, considering that Grim has no armor. Grim's hoping he can somehow find a way to grab the bomb and get a plant out of this at the very least.
He's actually able to snake his way out and grab that bomb. So it's Grim, who's still living, has a flash. I think he wants to just pop it and peek. His flash actually whips, gets a tag on the Stewie. And smartly enough, he will reposition. Gets himself back bench, gets spotted, and Stewie just taps it away. 4 HP, still living. We'll pick up the kit for good measure and get the defuse. SoaR Gaming made that so close. And that's what's scary I found about the team yesterday, is no matter what they have in their hands, they still manage to make rounds so close.
4 HP, man. That's all that's left there for Stewie. It's a good clutch, but a scary one for Cloud9. He's holding on to that M4 right now with white knuckles, as the Cloud9 side barely wins the round. Now, does SoaR force buy off that? They've got 3 players that can AK here, and one that could Galil armor. Yeah, I'm not surprised at all to see this. 3 AKs, 2 umps coming into the mix. They might kind of catch Cloud9 off guard. I mean, Cloud9's got a FAMAS in play for Tarek, and Rush is on a lowly MP9. This is actually a pretty decent setup from SoaR.
The power of bomb plants. Rush is just going to hold top balcony. Stewie will be his support at triple. There could be, as you said, just expecting some pistols. Here they go. Rush will be the first, gets 2, able to get almost a third as it's a spin around, and it is just Grim alone. 1 HP and gone. Skadoodle's actually the one to pick them off before Rush's MP9 can find any kills. So good teamwork from C9. Rush, the distraction, everyone else will peek from sight, and that's a clean 3-0 for C9. I like what SoaR Gaming was home for there with the buy, but they just funneled right into the meat grinder.
Yeah, the position from Rush really worked out well, and the comms got a little bit sloppy due to the fact that there was also the AWP firing from jungle, and there was one more in sight. So even though Rush gets a kill from balcony, Grim takes a while to even turn back and peek because there's just so much information coming in. It's just information overload. The T side is going to be on eco here. They're going to be heading over towards B. Tarek might get quite a few kills here with this Samash, but he actually gets none. Good damage dealt, but that's it. He gets pieced out by Voltage. Grim's going to hold, and he gets another kill on Catwalk. Grim's starting off strong here on Mirage, but again, the bomb tumbles out into a territory that is very difficult to recover. Grim going to struggle to get a plan out of this. Steps inside the flames, hoping that it'll stop burning. Not the case. No bonus cash, but the T side will be buying regardless.
Three players, 5,400. Rarely do you see all the same money. I like that. They will get all AKs. Voltage goes in with a no head armor op, no utility. And C9 have already just pulled out the double ops, Tarek and Skadoodle. And it looks like SoaR Gaming. Not a lot of defaults out from them early. Granted, it is still very early, but they've been keeping the pace very feverish. And this isn't going to stop into this round. It's a full-blown B execution. Can Tarek hold on?
They are able to get some smokes down on that Molotov, but they can't stop Tarek, who's in the site with the up. Picked off 2, make it 3. There's one more up there. It's Voltage. And he's the last man standing on the round. Tarek's looking for an angle. He wants to cap off the 4K. Oof. Had a second there for it, but he missed the shot. It's okay. Automatic has arrived with support. Cloud9 survived with 5 to win their 5th. And now SoaR Gaming is looking at this like, okay, guys, maybe we should slow things down a little bit. This feverish, blistering pace, it was producing some success early on, but I think it's time to pump the brake.
Now with the double op out, Tarek's not going to bother trying to peek the apps. I mean, he may still go for it if he has a good spot, but you can see how passive he was playing and how well it worked out there. So C9, the 5-0 start. SoaR Gaming will get the upgraded pistols out. Stewie, oh, that smoke just blooms in its way there, but willing to still pop some shots through it, hoping one will connect. The bomb is top mid with 4 players. Smoke towards Catwalk. This allows Automatic to push up if he wishes, but Stewie has all the sound cues in the world. He knows what's happening. Rush is getting the call. They're going to come through connector. And on that flash, they'll go. They get spotted, and Stewie deals with the jungle push. Only one player going for that, but Rush might be overwhelmed here. He needs some help, and he will fall. So all of a sudden, it's an even trade for SoaR Gaming.
This fast play seems to work out way better for SoaR when they've got no guns than when they've got guns. MCE's got a recovered AK. Voltage is in sight with a P250. He's stuck behind triple stack. Could get spammed. He's trying to dodge bullets as they come through. Nice flashbang out, though. He gets a kill. And MCE's already got the wrap.
Oh.
This could actually work out so well. It's all down to timing. The bomb isn't exactly planted for him. He'll get that first target, and now he's going to fall back and make Stewie play the games, but unfortunately, Stewie's not having it. The Molly does land on the bomb, but I'm pretty sure he has time, and plus he can find an edge.
What is that spread?
What is that? What the hell?
That is so... It landed on the lip of triple. He might have won the round. It would have been close. I'm not going to say he would have won the round.
I don't think he would have won the round because he still had a kit.
Yeah.
But it, like, burned inside the box.
That spread was the most...
That was the tiniest molly I've ever seen in my life.
That's twice MC's. He got CSGO'd yesterday, and now he got CS'd again.
I don't even know if that's CSGO'd. I've never seen that happen before.
It spread inward and landed on the lip of triple.
I was looking at it. It was such a small, like the sprite animation for the molly was smaller than I've ever seen before.
Well, we're breaking new boundaries here for CyberPower. New leaps and bounds in technology. There we go. This is SoaR Gaming settling into a default. So they'll have one player holding Palace, a couple spotting mid, hoping someone from C9 falters, but it's going to be Grim to be the first man to make a mistake. He gets caught with a molly out, Voltage unable to trade it, so now C9 have full top mid control. They need to get Stewie out of this position. But again, it's C9 who find a pick and get away clean.
I'm still blown away by that molly. I had to watch the stream back just to see it again, just to get an idea of how minuscule that Molotov was. What the hell?
And it's supposed to spread the later on it goes, but
yeah, well, esports ready.
Still in beta, 2012.
I mean, it may not say it's early release, but sometimes it certainly feels like it. Tarek's got the op over in B apartments. He's peeking down, watching the crack. He sees that jiggle of pixels in between, but doesn't fire. He's holding for the angle. And now fall back. He actually gets collateral damage dealt there as well onto Exceed, who's the second target in. Another kill for Tarek. who's feeling very comfortable with this op on B. And again, SoaR Gaming can't manage to find the chink in the armor right now, as Cloud9 is successfully shutting them down time and time again. There's been a couple of close calls, but for the most part, when SoaR Gaming pick up the rifles, they struggle.
I'm wondering where the flashes actually popped, because Tarek's vision wasn't hampered at all. A free stand, free fight on the B side, and they want to drop this off. Stewie's going to hunt. There'll be someone pushing in B apps. Nice shot from Voltage, but he has to stay alive, and no. Tarek will support automatic. 7-0 C9, SoaR Gaming. The quick plays don't work. The pistols find a little bit of success, but now your default gets shut down. So what do you do now?
I will say this in defense of SoaR right now. I like the fact that they keep going back to B. You know, a lot of times teams have a tendency to view B as like their eco site. It's like, okay, well, what do? We have pistols. Let's just rush B. I like that there is at least some attention to the B bomb site. They're not going with stereotypical 3-smoke executes A, which just looks like they're throwing right now, at least. Early smokes would indicate as such. But I would like to see something more from SoaR Gaming on an A take. You know, some semblance of mid control that I don't really feel like they've had much mid control at this point in the half. I mean, we're halfway through the first half. The first quarter is done, so to speak. And we really haven't seen too much from SoaR in that department.
They're doing a hybrid of their pistol. They smoke stairs, and I believe it was CT. And then there's 2 more players who stay ramp who have a smoke each themselves, who are going to re-smoke and re-execute while 1 player held B control. So now, will it pull Tarek out of the site, however? It will draw a lot of attention. A molly sandwich will stop Stewie from dropping, as they're looking to fight out A ramp. It's worked. There's only 1 player on B, so they need to go. If they're going to go, it has to be now. And if this A player can find a frag, he can't. Tarek finds the first. He's still looking for some more. With 50 seconds, they have to clean him up. Exceed spots the gun barrel. They're trying to push him. Will successfully find the frag, so now he can plant.
Finally, SoaR managed to get onto a bomb site in the buy round. Exceed's got it planted. Voltage is trying to set up in apartments for the defense. Cloud9 is already encroaching from 2 directions. 4 players moving in, and they've just dropped Exceed. It's all up to Voltage. And it seems like another round that Cloud9 could potentially take. He's going to have to go big. The nades come down. They know exactly where he's at this point. It's unfortunate that SoaR still has yet to put something up on the scoreboard. I would like to see them call for a timeout at some point soon because things are getting out of control.
I like that they're not getting stale, though. SoaR Gaming are still willing to switch things up. You mentioned it, the B executions. They have that A execution. They've run out pallets. They've run a default. They've done 2 fakes that are both completely different now. They've tried fighting for mid control. They're not being so plain Jane and just giving up and getting overwhelmed. They're still trying new things. Though they're not working. Although, did Voltage get shanked? He must have, huh?
Very like.
Well, that's
not a pug, boy. It's friendly fire.
Here's a smoke from MCE. I believe that's a catwalk smoke. I could be wrong. On the angle, that's looking a lot like a catwalk. Or it could have been mid-window. I'm willing to be wrong. I'm always wrong, actually, to be honest. If I'm not wrong, I'm right. Those B smokes. Ooh. We're learning. It was left, right, and get right to allow Snakes to push in towards B. I like that from SoaR Gaming. Again, something we haven't seen. It's new. Although that nade will nearly take care of Voltage, they're on a site, they'll get a bomb planted, and they have more than 2 alive. Although the HP is certainly struggling.
I mean, there's still a possibility that SoaR can recover from this, but it's going to have to start soon. Otherwise, things are going to get out of control and just keep getting worse and worse and worse. The biggest fear right now, if you're SoaR, is you win this round and then lose the round that follows. And that's, like, devastating. You can't have that happen. They are going to set up in the post plant. There's a player in connector, 1 in sandwich, and 1 hiding in the dark spot. He's in shadow when he gets the first kill. There's 1 already pushed up to triple. He's not prepared for it. MCE gets smoked out. This is a problem. The bomb is not really easily accessible by him. Stewie's actually going to die as he pushes through. He's trying to spam down the diffuser, but he can't find him. Rush survives, albeit barely. MCE will get the kill, but at that point, it doesn't matter. It's water under the bridge. It's a 9th round for Cloud9, and a frustrating one for SoaR to take.
Very unfortunate. I really, again, it's something we haven't seen yet. Left, right, get right. Snakes goes out solo B. Tries to isolate that B player. If he gets the pick, pulls rotation, then they go A. Doesn't work out. They commit in towards the A site. And finally, Trades goes their ways. They get on the site. MC was put in a spot to win it, but that cheeky smoke from C9, a skidoodle. He was playing hot yesterday, and he's starting off to do the same. 11-4. Really finding his stride as of late. Although it is online Counter-Strike, don't want to read too much from it. It's nice to see Skadoodle settling into the typical form that we like to see from him.
Yeah, he looked really good on Cobble in the match yesterday. I think he finished that game with like 30 kills. He looked really solid on Cobble, and he did pretty well on Inferno as well, but really was looking at that Cobble performance as the standout one. But again, everyone from Cloud9 has been playing well. I mean, Rush and Automatic, their numbers don't look all that impressive, but why would they need to be? You've got 2 players on 11 and 1 on 10. What else is there left for them to have? At this point, SoaR Gaming is going for that mid control. We talked about the lack of that from SoaR coming into the first few rounds. So they've got a couple of players pushed up on Catwalk. There's 4 to be exact. Just 1 back by A ramp that's voltage with the op. Clock is ticking down lower and lower, which could end up being a problem for SoaR. If they end up taking too long, they could struggle to actually get into a site with time to clear everything out in order to get the bomb planted. Still down to about 35 seconds now when SoaR finally decides to make their move. Skadoodle's in connector. He doesn't have enough to withstand the onslaught of players coming towards him. There's Rush, and he's got Automatic just beneath. They go doubled up on Dark, and there's going to be 1 more under Shadow. They don't expect it. Automatic gets 1. Does he get a second? No, it's a 2-on-1 now. Tarek's going to be rotating over from the B-bomb site, coming up from Catwalk with the op. The bomb will be planted. It's very possible we could have the first round for SoaR coming in right here.
On the back of that flash, that triple player Snakes will get himself in a CT. Tarek ditches the op, picks up an Empress. Possibility of a player still being triple. He'll clear that out. And now he's going to flash CT and try to fight in towards site. No one triple. No one under the balcony. No one sight. You have to isolate some one-on-ones. They'll peek at the same time, and SoaR Gaming will get 1 on the board. But you said it earlier. They can't afford to lose the next round. I mean, if you want to have a good T-half, it has to start now.
Here's the, like, kind of, I guess, silver lining right now, if you're SoaR. The rounds that you haven't been winning, but were really close, has put Cloud9 in a really bad state with their money. They're actually buying down to almost 0 on everyone. Tark's the only one with money left. He's got $100 after buying a CZ armor. So if they can win this round, it's the reverse effect. Cloud9 will be on eco. SoaR has an opportunity to, at the very least, get maybe 3 or 4 rounds out of this half, which is much better than we would have expected, given that they were just down 9-0 moving into that last round. The op on Skadoodle is going to be pushed up into Palace, but it looks like we're going to see SoaR heading over to this B bomb site again. Again, dedicated to that B site. They must have something up their sleeves, and we're going to see the execute come in just a second. Tark does have the molly. He throws it down. They're going to have to run through it if they want. CZ close. He gets 1, but it's Automatic, actually, who picks up both kills. Looked like it was Tark that got the action done. Goes for the AK. Not going to have time to pick it up. It will be a 3-on-3, a fast take coming in from SoaR. As the clock ticks down to 1:10, the bomb's been planted. It's up to Cloud9 to come in on the retake.
Stewie may just jump out window while that smoke's there on his left side. There's a little crack so he can get spotted from bench, but he keeps the site player on a Skadoodle. Peeks right into voltage, who hits a nice shot. Holding the angles as he has his rifles both bench to support him. Now Stewie's going to come out, trying to bait a peek. Will win the first, and Rush has his back. It's just voltage alone. He'll get double peeked, and that is just team chemistry. Tooth and nail from C9. Just perfect.
It's just experience. It's all it is. SoaR Gaming did everything right, getting into the site, getting the bomb planted, but when it comes to the retake, Cloud9 have what it takes to beat out SoaR, and it's not as bad as we thought it could be. They've got 2 players who can buy Snakes and Exceed. Exceed barely, I mean, just an AK and armor. But at this point, what do you do? I mean, MCE is the type of player who's very careful and cautious, so he's not going to initiate the force buy right off the bat. They're actually just going to go down to pistols so they can buy up stronger later. But you're surrendering an 11th round and potentially more to follow. You got to be very careful here if you're SoaR, because this game is already very much outside of your grasp. Letting it slip away further is a dangerous game to play.
Gets caught. There's actually a tiny gap in that. He goes down low, and he's actually willing to keep fighting, knowing they have numbers, knowing it's pistols. They line up for the opposite. Legs them, gets 1 frag, legs the others 2. He cleans up the last 11-1. Scene 9. Pretty comfortable on their CT side. SoaR Gaming will get rifles back out, but what do? They do go into a default. Do they show us some new left, right, and left, right smokes from a certain side of the map again? What's going to be the play? Because they've shown us a lot. It must be a little dampering and I guess saddening. You're trying all these new things, and yeah, you're getting into the plants recently, but it's still finding no success.
there is that the Cloud9 factor for SoaR here, where it's like, well, it'll be a good experience. Like, come into the game, let's see what we can do with our plays. We'll see how many rounds we can put up. It will be a good way for us to kind of test out things. It's like we saw with Coach yesterday, a bit of a trial by fire. Rush is going to get the first 2 kills over on B. MCE pushes through the smoke. Automatics up on top of the scaffolds. Grim's by himself again. He's been in this situation before. He's been dropped to 11. Nice shot on the Skadoodle, actually. So he makes it expensive, but I don't think Cloud9 really cares about their money at this point. They've already hit 12 rounds, which is more than enough for a good half on your CT side of Mirage.
And I guess if there's ever a chance that you want to test strats out, it would be against these guys.
Yeah,
yeah.
I mean,
you know, you try it lower, like against premier teams. Yeah, they'll probably work, but you know, try to get to the best of the best in NA, and if it works out, hell, there you go.
I mean, here's the reality. The best practice you're going to get is an official match because teams are going to be taking it seriously. If you match up against like a premier or main team in a scrim, there's a strong chance that they're doing the same thing as you, just kind of like running through the motions, trying to practice the same thing multiple times, or they could just be like goofing off, not taking it super seriously. So there is that reality that this is probably the best practice that SoaR is going to get against a legitimate North American competitor.
Round 14, pistols come out. Let's go to the mid-side smoke plant it. Actually, gets doing it. We won't get a single frag. M4 giving up to MC. Skadoodle knows he's close, and he will hold for the push. The USP will dome him. As XC, with no flash, no anything to really help himself getting in towards CT. Stay close, make it thankful timing. It's Voltage's Glock, actually, to get one. So SoaR Gaming still able to find frags. Bomb planted, so it will allow them their 15th round to still be comfortable in the buy category. But I think this one's pretty much gone, unless Grim can really hit some ringers.
Then he has some fun there towards the end, a little bit of razzle-dazzle with the D. But it is going to be 13-1, and yeah, this is not exactly the greatest start for SoaR Gaming. I tried to be optimistic coming into the series. I gave credit to MCE, knowing what kind of player he is, what kind of leader he is, the amount of time this man dedicates to the game. But it's a tough draw. It's a tough draw for any team in this tournament to be matching up against Cloud9. I think realistically, the team that stands the greatest chance is Unemployed for Christmas because they've gotten experience across most of their roster playing Cloud9. Whereas SoaR, this is probably one of the first times they've ever played them, at least to my knowledge.
Doodle. Window trying to get some wall bangs. As they'll, you know what, a 2-for-1 to get mid control. If they get another pick cleanly, they'll be okay with that. Grim's about to get peeked, actually. Stewie gets spotted. That angle's risky. Either you sit in there and you turtle and you hope it doesn't get checked, or you be aggressive with it. And Stewie goes to the hiding option. You will get caught out. Now, Bomb is still top mid, but look how spread the B player is. Completely isolated and alone as Tarek. Banking on Skadoodle and Rush to hold the A site down.
Skadoodle with a nice shot onto Grim and Connector. That makes things a little bit more difficult. Exceed's got the flank, but Skadoodle's got the read. And again, Skadoodle's been on a whole different level throughout the tournament. He's sitting at 17-8 right now. Voltage is going to put one just below the belt. It'll take down Skadoodle over towards Ticket Booth. But Rush is still sitting on site. He's hiding behind Firebox. This is probably the position that wins the round. I don't anticipate Voltage clearing this. Voltage is looking all over the place, but he's going to run low on clock time. So when he goes in towards the site, there's a potential that he just sticks it and gets peeked out. Still hasn't seen Rush. He's checking everything. Hides inside the smoke, and yeah, here comes Rush outside of it. He's going to go to the knife. He's looking for the stab. Shot from the side kind of disorients them there for a moment. Cloud9 will be finishing out the half 14-1. Very dominant affair.
Jeez. And with that first half being done with, we're going to throw it to a quick ad break, let everyone catch their breath, and I believe that's what SoaR Gaming need as well.
My name is Tim the Tab Man. I use CyberPowerPC powered by Intel.
Let's go!
throughout the rest of the game. Stewie gets top connector control. Rush is just running out A ramp with an AK solo. Gets 2 frags. Stewie's going to meet up with him. And I think this is all she wrote, Bog.
It's looking like that is going to be the case. Stewie spraying away towards the guy ticket booth. He wanted to go in for the knife. 16-1. That would have been insult to injury. I got to give credit to SoaR at least at a level of saying their setups did look okay. Like, as much as that did not work out well